And we're live. This is the wood raisin. We get what?
Wood, it's so good.
That's correct. And it is a Tuesday night, I do believe. And we're joined by Kazoom. What's up, buddy?
Hey, how's it going? Not too bad.
Good. And Red Eye's here.
Kind of, sort of.
Oh,
Maybe. I don't know. I'll check. Hold on.
John Morgan was supposed to be here, but he told me like 20 minutes before the show that he wasn't going to be here. So I hate when that happens.
You know.
But it happens, so.
I hope he dies in a fire.
John Morgan doesn't love us anymore.
That's okay.
It isn't. I'm going to cry.
I wished you would.
You're mean.
So, it's just a boring day. I mean, nothing. Has anything happened newsworthy today? Because I haven't been watching.
Oh,
Just more stuff on, the Russia and Ukraine incident, but I mean, nothing besides that I've
Well, if
seen.
it involving Johnny Depp, I mean, who cares?
well,
Next week for that.
couple of interesting things happened there. Did you see the little clip of Johnny's lawyer basically fist pumping the air and turn around going, yes, when they mentioned a certain lady's name?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what happened was Kate Moss was going to be a witness for Johnny, but the judge went, no. Right? But what's happened now is because
They open a legal door.
Amber went, Kate Moss, set of stairs. I just thought of Kate Moss and the stairs, and boom, the door has now been fucking wide open because she's now put it out there that did Johnny Depp beat up on Kate Moss? Well, no. She's come out and said that's definitely not true. But what
It would be a huge
we
character.
might see Kate Moss on the stand now because Amber Heard opened her big fucking mouth and mentioned her name. And that may be enough to get her in the courtroom singing Johnny's praises, which is just another fucking stone on the...
She also used Whitney, which was a big problem for her. She shouldn't have brought Whitney into it. Her sister never finished her deposition. She can't testify for her.
I'm going to tell you the truth. I think it was the butler in the library.
The butler was very nice. Don't you say shit about Ben King. I love the one lady I was watching. She had an accurate description. It was like Downton Abbey was dropped into the middle of a drama trial. It was fucking wonderful.
God.
You don't usually see lawyers getting too animated in courtrooms because judges don't like it and the jury might take it the wrong way. But you go and find the clip. This dude literally fist pumps the air and turns around and just goes, yes, to the fucking rest of the fucking attorneys on Johnny's side. So that's a fucking big deal. We may be seeing fucking his ex on the stand singing Johnny's praises and well, Amber's kind of really fucked then because, she's the worst actress in the world too, by the way. I've watched her crying clip again. There wasn't water coming from her eyes.
I truly do mean this, by the way. I hope after this is all over that Amber Heard does get some kind of help. Because she does have a mental problem.
She needs some serious DBT.
I hope after all this is done and over with too, that Johnny Depp will be able to get work again.
Yeah, he will. I mean,
there have been places that he's missed out on some parts already because of this. So
I guarantee you that there will be a new Pirates of the Caribbean, and it will be the biggest blockbuster in the last 10 years.
Yep, that's how we'll know if he gets his reputation back.
But he says he won't work for Disney again. Didn't he say that? Didn't he make?
He's still friends with Jerry Bruckheimer on his Insta, and he's friends with very few people on his Insta. So he's still talking to Jerry Bruckheimer.
First of all, are you calling it Insta?
What? Yeah.
Are you saying Insta?
I did.
It's Instagram.
Don't make me
goddamn it!
Don't make me digital, man.
The gram part is not that long. It doesn't.
Instapound.
Insta.
It doesn't take that long to say gram.
Here's the thing about Disney, and anyone that says they won't work for Disney, I'm calling bullshit because Disney's got enough money to get me on board with their shit, and I'm really weird when it comes to money.
Disney is the evil empire, though, Red.
You know who won't work for Disney?
No. But
because she threatened to sue them. Good luck getting work with them after you threaten to subpoena and sue them. Ooh.
Yeah, she's fucked. But Johnny, he may have been angry, but when they back a truck up with $15 million,
I agree.
Right, and they go beep beep, and it's reversing up his fucking driveway towards his big cash vault, and Johnny will he'll instantly just become Jack Sparrow again and just go, oh, where's my mega plant? And off he fucking goes.
Mega plant?
Yeah, this is my mega plant.
I at least he ends up being like a face for like men too or something, because what's being done to him is awful. Like even the statements that just came out of both camps. Like if you listen to hers, like, yeah, there's, but like his sounds like it was written by her. Like it is a direct slam on a victim again, like as far as I see it. Because I've listened to a lot of, look, there's like a 4.5 hour session that the two of them had to try and work things out. I grew up under a woman like that. It's exhausting just to listen to that and what she put him through, the gaslighting, the spinning him around, I don't like when you disappoint me. I'm going to berate you for it. If you give me any resistance, I'm going to beat you. If I beat you, you can't leave because that makes me feel worse. You're abusing me by protecting your fucking self. Like the insanity there and the circles that she spun that dude in, and the name calling, the coward, the preying on his past history with his mother, with the throwing shit at him, basically mimicking his mother. The damage she's done, and then to triple down by putting that statement out.
She's a crazy cooter.
You read the statement that came out of her legal team. It's like they're basically calling him a bully while they're actively bullying him.
Oh! Did you see? You know the not so nice psychologist that was hired by Amber Heard's team. You know what the last thing she said was when she was being cross-examined? She basically went, "Yes, Johnny Depp was a victim of spousal abuse, and you should." And the fucking dude just goes, "No further questions, Your Honor," and just it's just like leaves it at that.
Would you say that Johnny was a victim of physical and emotional abuse? And she said yes. And then looked scared, like she just realized what she said on the stand.
She knew. But she also had to be truthful on the stand because she's like the other lady. Like we'll just call her Dr. Hottie. Dr. Hottie's my favorite person on the planet. The way she fucking just the muffin speech was the best moment.
Smart enough, I want to give it to her. Her name is Dr. Shannon Curry, and that woman is
smart. Dr. Hottie. Dr. Hottie.
And she's got the muffin man for a husband. Everybody wants to be the muffin man.
I just love it when she's, listen, I'm going to set you straight about the muffins so we never have to bring the muffins up again in this fucking trial. It's just like, oh, damn. And the judge went, I'll allow it. And she got the muffins out and started just throwing them at the fucking...
Y'all are definitely watching this trial more than me.
Yeah,
I have a personal... Like, oh, look, I was already following because of the way she was presenting in the Sun case.
Oh, she's a cuckoo crazy bitch. Ain't no doubt about that.
Like, first of all, I'm more interested. I was originally interested in her more like you would follow. Like, I'm looking at her perform the way you'd like. To me, it looks like something you'd see in a documentary about. Like, this is the footage we have of this serial killer. Right? Like, that's the level of crazy I'm seeing right there. But watching her testify, like, literally made me shake.
Her testimony was so,
myself.
It was so weird.
It's infuriating to listen
for somebody to cry that hard.
Of victimhood when she's a fucking abuser.
Well, for somebody to cry that hard though and have no fucking tears.
Fake as fuck.
This is weird, dude. I mean, like, bitch, your tear ducts broke.
And you're describing horrific injuries about being thrown over chaise lounges and your head's landing on brick walls, and you have.
I would have not
not to show for it.
Yeah, if I was her lawyers though, and I had to if I decided that it was absolutely 100% necessary that she testify, I would have gave her limited things to say, not go through all this shit that she said, but talking about her dog stepping on bees and
she's the employer. They have no control over her ultimately.
So wrong. They need to let her do exactly what she's doing because my dog stepped on a bee and then I scraped my knee, and then I needed to pee.
No,
and
yeah,
the
I'm sure
whole
what you're
internet has
saying.
erupted with these great memes.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I'm telling you, as her lawyer, though, like, being, if I was a lawyer, I would not let her do that.
Well, her lawyers suck.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Her
what I'm
lawyers
saying,
It's a
though.
hot mess.
Fucking
I understand
suck,
that there's
man.
memes that come out of it and all that good shit, and it's good for Johnny's side.
Look,
but for a lawyer, I would be like, oh my god.
I'm astounded that such a high-profile defamation case might actually win. Like, there's no way he should win a defamation case in court. This crazy bitch is handing it to him, which thank you, but still, like, that's insane. Like, she is so crazy and pathological, she cannot help but hand him this case. We'll see if they actually fine for damages.
I just never seen a
I'm thinking
defamation
at
case
this
get
point
this
she
much
would give it the
attention.
defamation. As soon as she went on and on about the sexual abuse, she nailed that to her, especially after Hughes's testimony that was the worst part for her, is being denied, listen and believe.
As much attention as OJ, though, and that was a fucking murder.
Exactly, PP. I'm with PP. The more I looked into that, the more I think she's right there. This woman is just.
I honestly, are y'all not like a little bit shocked though? I mean, because that's cool, and I know it's interesting. It is interesting, but that it got this much attention, that a defamation case got this much fucking attention.
Considering what it is and the climate that we live in politically, when men are being ignored, and this is such a clear case with all the audio evidence.
Well, that's another thing. I'm
fucking
shocked that men got this attention. That a man got this attention. I'm shocked by that.
Yeah, and I'm glad for it. I think that needs
Johnny
to
Depp.
stay, and it needs to be
Well, that's the big thing. Yeah, of course, it's Johnny Depp. But
and I'd like to see that, like, when somebody is lying, the public can, like, now we can know you can tell. It's okay to question because you can see when someone is like.
Yeah, but let's not make any mistakes. If this wasn't Johnny Depp, it wouldn't be like this.
Oh no, the average
yeah.
guy would never have the money to fight the way he's.
It's not gonna. It ain't gonna help me any.
It could have been.
Guys will just be fired from their jobs. They don't have millions of dollars to hire legal teams to do what he's doing.
Yeah, big Hollywood or someone with enough money could have probably got the same amount of attention because this is.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Though, like
this is the death
people.
throes of the Me Too movement. This is my opinion now. It's like I think we're finally seeing the dragon has consumed enough of its own tail and it's bleeding out now and it's in its death throes on the fucking ground, throwing itself. I think
it's got a little bit more fight in it.
No.
Yeah,
not after this.
You're right.
Well, I
not
think
after this.
The hashtag believe all women won't be trending anymore.
No.
Yeah, that shit's down the fuck. That's what I'm talking about. The bullshit where you can make an allegation and end a fucking career.
Yeah.
Those days are
Well, there's been a lot of
figure out all victims.
There's been a lot of victims. There's been a lot of victims of the Me Too movement, and we know that. We know that.
What I'm saying now is that my point is that the movement that going after people just over an accusation is over. They just got Fred Savage and ejected him from the Wonders, but before they ejected him, they did an investigation. So it wasn't just like, accusation, you got to go. It's like someone's made an accusation, look into the accusation, and that's what
I meant by a lot of victims of the Me Too. There's been a lot of actors, I believe, a lot of people, a lot of men in Hollywood, and it's been victimized. Like, I think, what's his name that used to host the fucking Today Show was innocent. Matt, whatever his fucking name was. He got fired because somebody said he did something wrong. There was no proof of it.
Yeah, that's the kind of the Me Too cancel culture does frighten me. When you can just levy an accusation and have it destroy a person's life before questions are even asked. That's not okay. Too many women that I've met in my life brag about how they can use that, just like Amber Heard does. And I hope that we make positive change because of this.
Yeah.
If we're going to talk about it this much, because so far the only thing I'm hearing is that they're going to tighten anti-slap in Virginia, and that's not the direction we want this to take us.
We need to get to a point where we have a happy medium. I guess I'm saying this right. Where women are protected and men that are getting accused are protected. I don't know how. I am not a professional. I don't know how to do this. I mean, there's ways.
Well, he's
but
a good place to start. Start prosecuting the people that make the false claims.
yeah, oh, that's a good one. Yeah,
a very, very, very small percentage of these
Consequences.
people actually get in fucking trouble.
I agree.
A lot of them they go, oh, don't do that. That's naughty.
I agree.
That's very bad. There's like that crazy lol cow that people are watching right now, that Latiti, Love Notes the TLC. She's made videos of herself basically planning to get pregnant to some random dude that used to be in the armed services. Mission accomplished, by the way. But then she goes around saying, oh, you know, at the time I was into it, but now that I thought about it, I'm not into it. He raped me, and she's been making false police reports. She has made several of the fucking things. She's still out on the street right now. She's on very fucking thin ice because she's made so many fucking complaints, and I think the person that she's made the latest complaint is probably going to be the straw that broke the camel's back, and she's going to go hopefully away for a while because she's made more than one accusation. And if you look at the percentage of people that make the accusations and then go through the court system and get found guilty of making a false fucking claim, it's a very small percentage, and that needs to fucking change.
Yeah, real quick, Rita. Thank you, Negan, for the $20 tip on PayPal. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
But yeah, I agree, and that's the reason I was like saying that I wish that I don't know how. I mean, that's one thing, start, prosecute the people who make false accusations, and it should also be known that it is okay to question people who make accusations. We have to, but we also need to know that there is a classy way to question people who make accusations. We've got, we can be good on both sides. I mean, we don't have to be an asshole for either side. We can try to help, both sides in a way, but we gotta learn how to do that. We don't have to be an asshole to either one. If somebody makes an accusation, question it. Make sure that they're not lying. But in case they aren't lying, if you start accusing them of lying immediately, then you're accusing a victim of lying. So we have to we have to be careful on
Tactful.
both sides. Yes, tactful.
But also, really seeing the value in raising genuinely strong women who see the value in themselves.
Yes.
Because these are things like the things that people are losing their job. And I'm not trying to do, like, I've had my own issues. I'm not trying to demean anybody's experience. I never came forward. I never saw anything like that. And I never will. And luckily for me, I have the peace of mind of knowing that the person, cancer got him. I don't got to worry about that.
We do need to get off of that.
And it's not a shaming thing, but if we had a different culture, these are criminal acts that should be reported. And I'm not saying don't believe women and empathize with their experience, but when you're asking me to take action against the person who you're telling me did this to you, then we do bear.
I think one of the worst things, yes.
If you want somebody to be held liable for a criminal act, you have to levy criminal charges.
You said something perfect there that I want to kind of touch on. Do not go to social media. Go to the police. Go to legal, going to social media. To me, when somebody jumps on Twitter and starts accusing people of rape or whatever, I do immediately kind of back off. I mean, like,
I'll be frank. I assume when I see that's your launch pad, I assume you're full of shit. And I hate to say it that way, but I do. Because as a person who's been through that, the last thing I'd ever want to do is blast myself out with no way to back myself up.
Yeah. I just find it kind of like, it's kind of cringy when that happens because are you really, because that will make people say, well, you're just doing it for the attention.
Yeah. And even if you're not, like
exactly. Even if you're not.
Strong, responsible women, because you've got to expect that people are going to have negative opinions. And if you know yourself, it won't hurt.
And we got to start raising these
someone
young
else
girls
to give you the strength to, your healthy ego.
And we got to stop raising these young girls to think that all men are bad.
Or that they're bitches for saying no. It's okay to speak your mind. For men and women. We're both told that there's so many things we're not allowed to say. That's bullshit. Break those stereotypes now, folks. If you feel it and you think it, then
and men
like,
and I am
definitely
definitely
see the light of day, so you know what's crazy and what's not. Because sometimes we have to bounce it off of our people that are close to us to know.
I want to make this perfectly clear. I'm not up here saying men are victims. However, I will say this. Women always say, a lot of you always hear women say, well, men need to open up more. But if we do open up and start saying things like, well, we were raped too. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. You're a liar. That's
atrocious. That is absolutely disgusting. And that should be pointed out if people do that to each other. Like, it should be like, that's just not how that works.
Okay, even though I was a boy when I've talked about this, I was a young child when I was raped. I was raped as a child. But as I got to, I didn't talk about it. And as I got in teenage years and man years, I felt, if I tell somebody I was raped, I'm less of a man. And stuff like that, which is stupid. But that's what we're. I
know women who have used psychological and emotional abuse to, in my opinion, sexually violate their romantic partner.
Yeah.
Because they don't want something and they basically force them into, especially when you're looking at things like BDSM. You will have women try to force a role on men that they are not comfortable with. That takes the role out of them. It is not okay to make anyone do something they're not comfortable with and use emotional, physical, or like psychological bullying to accomplish that. Like, it doesn't matter if it's done to a man or a woman. It is equally damaging. Just because a man has bigger muscles and has the potential to outstrength on average, like your average man and your average woman.
Well, not red eye,
but we have a society that has every man's hand tied behind their hands are tied behind their backs. And women are told
likes that.
And then you have but then you have women like Amber Heard who have the mentality that I can hit you as hard as I can, and somehow because you're a man, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
No. Just because he could hurt you more doesn't mean he doesn't have nerve endings, honey.
But that's another thing. A woman hits a man, people laugh. But if a man hits the woman back, if a man hit the woman back, I have seen, there's videos all over. I was watching a video the other day where this girl was punching this dude in the face. Punching him in the face, and he finally got tired of it and hit her, and then a whole bunch of dudes jumped him.
This is the problem with society, that mentality that it's okay for a woman to not just be physical, like any amount of physical, like even that slap shit. Like, look, I've hung out with chicks that think just because they're smaller than me or whatever, they can like do that whole smack you in the arm or that constant punchy stuff. Like, stop. It's not cute. It's not cute. Violence is not cute. And that's the gateway to, I can just hit as much as I want. And because I'm a girl who can't be touched, then I'm allowed to just be violent to whatever level I want.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's not the only example. It's not uncommon for chicks to be throwing things like that at guys. And that's what, right. If you say that shit hurt, like then if you listen to these recordings, like that's what happened. Like, he's actually saying it's not okay. And she's berating him and calling him a coward and a pussy and everything else. You're not punched. It's disgusting. And this is not an isolated case, and she is not alone. And it needs to knock it the fuck off. Like, I have 3 sons. Like, if I sniff out a woman like that near him, I will bare my teeth and get a shotgun and chase those bitches far down the alley. Like, take me to jail. I'd rather go to jail than my sons go to jail. How about some of that?
That makes sense.
Mama Bear is coming for you, so don't think you're protected, honeys.
Hillary Duff did a pose nude. Well, not exactly nude, but goddamn, this chick's hot. Anyways, Red Eye.
I didn't do it.
You victimized Raisin.
Nah.
What?
Yeah.
I don't think I could do that if I tried.
But yeah, it's all crazy. And I mean, it's We just need to come to some kind of like, we're never going to do it though, where both sides are protected. I don't know how to do that though. I have no idea.
That's what I'm hoping this case does. I'm hoping that more female survivors speak up and say, this isn't okay. This is evident. This is why I don't want that being my mouthpiece. Thanks.
Well, see, the thing about it is, it's usually not survivors who are out there running their fucking mouths and talking shit toward men and saying that men can't. It's usually women who really haven't been in much situations. It's these loudmouth motherfuckers. It's like the little white girls who want to take up for black people. It's just like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, like what do you like? Share with me your personal experience, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know, just okay, ally. I hate that fucking thing. I hate being. You want to be an ally? You're supposed to fight alongside them. You're not supposed to lead the fucking battle. And it's like I hate when I see these little rich ass white girls who've never been in a situation like what they're saying. They're fighting for equality for black people. Shut the fuck up. Just shut up. Just shut up. Leave me alone. Anyways, I went on a tangent. Sorry, Red Eye. What do you think? Because yeah, I agree.
I just hope, as Raisin was saying, I hope, and you were saying too, I hope that this case will make people question more. Just what you said earlier. Question isn't the right word. When someone makes an allegation, you need to. What's the word? Well, question, yeah, but there needs to be. Yeah, you said it earlier, and I can't. My words are completely gone today. So
yeah.
Like reasonably investigate, like reasonably question.
Yes.
Just really look at it rationally.
Don't just instantly 100% believe someone when they've said that. I mean, don't go to this thing. Oh, I don't believe anyone, but just don't 100% believe them. You know, maybe be in the
even
90s or something.
Just look at both sides and
look into the claim, investigate the claim, see if there's any evidence to back up the claim. If there is evidence to back up the claim, take it from there. If there's no evidence to back up the claim, you're gonna have to have a talk
and
with
do it tactfully.
And go, we can't find any evidence. To
and
back
then
up
like
the
understand
claim.
what are the goals too. Like if you were hurt and you're truly trying to be a survivor, maybe the only thing that can be done for you legally is that you get appropriate help. You know what I mean? And is there something wrong with setting up programs where even if you can't find a victim at fault, that you can get whatever it takes, like free therapy for people that have been victimized, if that's what it is. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to crucify another human being in order to get somebody help. And just because you crucify somebody doesn't mean that other person is ever going to get help. I feel like building people is a better way to go about it rather than just punishment.
Well, if the motherfucker's guilty, then he should be crucified.
Oh, I'm not. Look, I would have loved people to face the music. But that's, you know what I mean? Like it's not how things went down.
But we just remember, like the word tact was used earlier. We can look at both sides tactfully, and you don't have to you don't have to take a side at the beginning. You can investigate.
We can wait until you get more info.
And another thing, we really don't matter. My opinion. That's why they shouldn't go to the social networks. They should go to some proper authorities, because what I think really don't make a fuck anyway. I hate when people take it on themselves to be the fucking investigator. You're a person on Twitter. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, you just said the magic word. You just reminded me of something. So our favorite fucking goddamn monorail salesman, Elon Musk, has announced today, if I buy Twitter, and this is why I think he's not buying Twitter, he's just doing this to fucking just see if he can manipulate stock prices and see what he can manipulate, because he already knows he can fucking change the price of Bitcoin with a tweet. He can affect the price of Bitcoin with a fucking tweet, and he knows it. So he said, if I buy the Twitter, I'm gonna unban the Don because Twitter is a valuable place for people to come and debate. It's like, debate what? In 200 characters or fucking less, Elon, you fucking wanker. I hate that guy so much. He is so full of shit.
I wonder if there's like an ego there. Like, it can't be that. Like, the cynic and the amused, like, little imp inside of me wants to pretend that Elon is somehow jealous of the attention Johnny's getting and is just doing this for, like, publicity. So people will talk about him too.
Yeah, no.
See, Amber, come back.
I don't know. Well, I think we'll have to just see. I mean, if he really does take over Twitter, it would be interesting to see what his free speech absolutism will do to the platform. I don't know. We'll see.
Destroy it from the inside out. That's my call. It will be destroyed from the inside out because it won't be the users that really vote. You know who fucking get the shits and bail? The staff. All those people. They're kind of like the folks over at Spotify and think they've got more power than they actually do. Well, they kind of do have power in one sense. If they all get up and fucking walk out, who's gonna run Twitter from the inside? The back end's just they got to rehire everybody. That's a small possibility that if Elon comes in and says I'm the new owner, Don's unbanned, I reckon a bunch of anyone that leans to the left that works for that company will just go, I'm out, and go and find another job in Silicon Valley because they're fucking hiring.
What if that's his goal? What if he realized that nobody's going to be able to outcompete Twitter, so the only way to take it out is from the inside?
Yeah, could be.
Don't know.
He's got the money and time. Why not? I don't think that's true, but it's amusing.
Yeah. I wonder whether he's going to try to create a Twitter token.
It's possible. I mean,
oh God. Oh God!
I
agree. I don't like cryptocurrency very much. I think it's foolish. But I kind of wonder if he's in that kind of mindset where he'd try to turn Twitter into a currency.
It would be something, wouldn't it?
No.
Elon's face on it.
Or is that cat says on the internet, no.
Yeah.
No.
I just hate that we keep, talking about like Twitter and YouTube and whatever, like it's a freedom of speech issue, because it's really not a freedom of speech issue.
Not at all.
Well, I mean, it's a terms of service issue. It's a company's issue. So
I love what you just said. That's the most accurate way I've ever heard anyone fucking put. It's a terms of service issue. It's not a fucking free speech issue. Mwah, chef's kiss. Well played.
It's not a freedom of speech issue. It's really not. But I know that we should have the freedom of our opinion. That's what people need to use. Freedom of opinions. However, your opinion don't really make a fuck if the company don't want it.
Opinions
are but what some people are wanting so people like Elon are saying they want is to make it so the only thing that you're not allowed to say are things that are illegal to say anyway.
Yeah.
So he would change
inciting a riot.
He would change the terms of service.
Like inciting a riot, huh, Elon? Bring the Don back.
Yeah. There's that whole insurrection, the whole insurrection thing, Elon. So you're okay with a dude that lost a democratic election? You're okay with him inciting his psychotic fucking fully armed riot fucking crew to invade the Capitol, then go to the Capitol building, try and gain access, and from what I understand, some motherfuckers actually built a gallows ready to hang Mike Pence and the rest of the fucking senators if they got their fucking hands on them. This is the same building that when the lady tried to get into the room with the really important people and the police officer went, you really shouldn't do that because I'm going to fucking shoot you if you try and get through that door. And she tried to get through the door and, well, she got shot. A couple of cops died. Yeah, Elon,
Blue Lives Mattered up until that day.
Asshole back on the internet, you stupid cunt.
And
Oh,
most
that
of these
man.
people that were the ones that were saying Blue Lives Matter, and up until that day when they killed cops.
Yeah, those fuckheads are just like jumping on bandwagons and fucking screaming like banshees, mate. They're the same dickheads that probably
Y'all
bought
keep
tiki
going, I'll be
torches
right
in the
back.
Wayback Machine down at fucking Walmart, right? Fucking idiots. Fucking tiki torches used to be fun things, and now they're associated with dickheads because of those dickheads. Fucking dickheads. But anyway, I'll tell you one good thing about opinions, though, that I've learned. They're good for entertaining. I've found I can entertain my friends with outrageous, silly opinions about shit that doesn't matter. But when it comes to really serious stuff like the whole Roe versus Wade thing, it's like, you know what? I'm just going to say, ladies, you have at it. I shouldn't really be involved in this conversation at this point in time. This is one for you girls to hash out, and we'll just be standing by going, yep, no worries, whatever you decide. Yeah. But now look, what's happened to America? It's 2022, and we're back to about what the standards of self-autonomy of the 1950s. If this Roe versus Wade thing gets reversed, crazy times, crazy times. Oh,
Can we get the cute scripts back?
We should all be really grateful right now that we're not helicopter pilots anywhere near the Ukraine.
Helicopter.
If you're a Russian helicopter pilot, do not go across the border of Ukraine, because apparently there's been an avalanche of anti-air missiles in there, and today's been a really, really bad day to be a helicopter pilot in Russia. I've just been seeing video after video appearing of helicopters just going chopper, 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 and then you see the street go, and then the chopper goes. Oh, actually, you hear a scream really close, yet, and then it goes, and the chopper goes, and yeah, they're all over the Ukraine. It's like, Jesus Christ, it's like a helicopter graveyard.
Oh, by the way, it's got nothing to do with what you're talking about, Beretta. I looked at that the preview of that new Star Trek as well. It does look good, actually.
It doesn't. It fucking look good. They really nailed good. Pike. Whoever's been cast as Pike, I think they may have nailed that because he sort of.
It looks good.
Which one is this?
It's the Brave New Worlds, the new Star Trek on Paramount Plus.
Oh, okay.
It predates Captain Kirk on him.
It's
So
the very first captain of the Enterprise.
It does have a really good look to it. The special effects looks nice. Everything looks decent. It looks like it may be. It's worth checking it out anyway.
Well, what I'm hoping they do is kind of fix up what they should have done with Enterprise, which they nailed the first one. How we met the Klingons. That was one of the best Star Trek. Broken Arrow is one of the best Star Trek episodes out of all of the Star Trek series. It's the story of how we met the Klingons. Fucking awesome. We met the Andorians. That was really cool. And then we basically went on a time bender and ended up with time Nazi, whatever the fuck. Enterprise ended up like a dog's breakfast. If they tell a story about how we met all the alien races, this could go on for 20 years, this series. As long as they just tell us the story of how we met all of these different fucking alien species. And come across all these different spatial anomalies that we had to learn about.
Yeah.
Because we have to learn about all of that shit. We're bumbling fucking children, like scraping our knee as we go out into the universe, like Enterprise was. That was really cool how they got beat up a few times and had to learn how to sort of look after themselves and throw down with the local bullies in one episode, and they ramped up the weapons and went back and beat up on the bully at the end of it. It was really cool. But it's a really good opportunity to tell really good stories here. It's like, please, Paramount, please don't fuck this up. Please.
I also want to see. I want to see I forget the name of it. It's a Lord of the Rings series coming on Amazon Prime.
Oh, but what? Let's let Red Eye rant about Doctor Who for 2 minutes. So they've announced the new Doctor Who.
Apparently the new Lord of the Rings series is not going to stay very close to the original material. Apparently they're really drifting quite off from the original material.
Care. That don't bother me like it does other people. I know it bothers some people. I don't really give a shit.
No,
I'm okay with different adaptations and stuff like that.
Nah, it's not an adaptation. They're retconning the shit out of it, mate.
Well, it's supposed to. It also, but it predates all the.
And it's still all in there that's been written about before. So
it predates everything, though.
Here's the new one. So there's a new Doctor Who that's been announced. So I don't know how this works, but apparently Doctor Who's now a black dude. Not a chick anymore. He's going to be a black. Now, I'm not knocking. I just don't understand the trans. It's like, is Doctor Who New Kazoos? What's going on?
Well, no, I mean he's been so many different people, and as you saw, he was a woman. Doctor Who was a woman at some point, so I mean, it can keep transferring to different.
Hey, Red, I didn't like that either, by the way. He didn't like
dude,
that.
They retcon the shit out.
I don't know as much about. You have to educate me to the Doctor Who
I've
thing.
Been watching Doctor Who.
I don't
for
understand how it's different
years.
from Quantum Leap. Becca could be anyone, man, woman, anything.
Time Lords, it didn't work like that until they got this new writer who retconned the shit out of it and turned Time Lords into basically stole the ability to regenerate for some kid that they found and randomly, and they to learn the ability to regenerate, they killed this kid over and over and over again. That's what this new writer said about Time Lords. It's like the guy that's been writing this shit with Jodie Whittaker on board fucking ruined the franchise. Just go and look at the ratings. They just go off a cliff. So I don't understand why they're casting this person.
But now here's my thing. I don't know much about Doctor Who, but I can see it being more of a black person than a woman. Makes more sense being a black guy than a white than a woman. Changing the whole fucking sex of the person's a little weird.
Well, yeah, and I just don't get it at this point because it's every other Doctor Who.
You're such a purist, Red Eye.
No, well, here's the thing. They had a chance when there's a 10 episode.
This is the weird thing. Like, if you're saying Time Lords, that means that this person, Doctor Who, that you guys follow, it's just one of the Time Lords?
Yes.
So why don't they just follow a different Time Lord for a different series?
Thank you for mentioning that. So there's an episode, David Tennant, it's called The Doctor's Daughter, where through the episode, this alien race or these people take a DNA sample of Doctor Who and create sort of a clone. They create the Doctor's daughter. She's half fucking Time Lord, right? So there's a beautiful divergence there. So we get two storylines, and we could have had the story of how because the Doctor left that planet thinking she was dead, and he went pew into space, and then she regenerates and goes, "Whoa, shit, cool," and jumps in a ship and flies off into space looking for Dad. And we haven't fucking heard of her since. But then we get Jodie Whittaker in. It's like, why didn't you cast a lady to play the Doctor's daughter alongside the Doctor, have a really strong female lead role, and create that all by itself instead of just going, we're going to take 50 years of Doctor Who and just slap tits on him? Because the fan base went, fuck you, and stopped watching. And it was really sad.
His tits are pretty awesome.
Shithouse. They killed off Daleks. They killed off the Cybermen. And they had to bring all of that stuff back because the ratings plummeted off the cliffs. And BBC went,
well, it's this whole robots. Okay. Let's face we know why.
It was all. Hold on.
We know why they did it.
Wait. I've got to finish. The reason it was really shitty is instead of using the whole entire universe, they went and visited Earth's recent history and just basically highlighted identity politics for an entire fucking season and ignored sci-fi until they bought the Master back and Daleks and everybody else.
And like I said, what I was going to say was that we know why they did it. They feel like, the whole inclusiveness thing, but yet they don't realize how divisive.
Well, no,
it's weird because there's definitely a different way to do it because I feel like sci-fi has always addressed social commentary.
Yeah.
To some extent.
What's that with comic books, though? Just create new characters.
Well, Yeah, they did, and then they just left them out floating in space and slapped tits on Doctor Who, and then wondered why the ratings went
It's
fucking
on Doctor
jumped
Who.
That's
off
what
a
I'm
cliff.
saying though. Why don't they just use the new characters instead of?
Vlad,
Yeah.
Vlad, why did I get Southern blessed? Is it because I don't know anything about Doctor Who? Is it because I said which part did I get blessed for? I'm curious.
No, that's just. I've been watching Doctor Who since I was a kid.
I have never watched a full episode in my entire life.
I've watched just about all of the old episodes that I could find, including a couple of archive ones that they found at the BBC. They slapped them together.
I got a cousin who's really into it, but yeah.
We're talking footage that's so grainy and shitty and fucked up. And I love it. And you can tell this special effects is like the monsters are just basically dudes in alfoil and shit going beep, 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 beep. It's fucking great and corny and cheesy as hell. And then you get the series with was it Tom Baker and Pete? What's his name? Pertwee. He played the Scarecrow as well in another series.
But you're one of them people, and hey, I respect this, by the way. It's not a diss at all. Like, certain, like, I know other people like this, like, they're really purist when it comes to stuff. And like, when I said what doesn't bother me about the Lord of the Rings not sticking with the books and stuff like that, because it don't bother me, because I do look at the story for what it is. Now, I understand why people are purists, because that's what they grew up on. That's what they, I get it. For me, it's never really bothered me.
See, in general, it doesn't, but with Tolkien, for me, I guess it does because there's such a rich.
No, I get it. I get it.
Like when you say they're not like, are they? What do you like? I'm curious how far they deviate from source material because
I don't know.
If you're just going off world building, like he has a very rich world that they have access to. Like they can really take it a lot of places.
They're just they're making shit up, including characters, apparently, from what I've heard. But listen, at the end of the day,
they don't change the flavor of what's already written. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, doesn't really matter. I just choose not to watch Doctor Who at the moment because mainly not because of there's a female Doctor Who, it's because the writing that the guy that's looking after the show is doing is so fucking bad. It's shit. He's retconned Doctor Who. And he claims to be a fan. There's actually footage of him at Doctor Who cons and shit asking the writers and stuff questions. It's like, just bring Stephen Moffat back, give him 3 times the amount of money, fire him from all the other BBC shows first, and then say, listen, you're just going to do Doctor Who because you're the best Doctor Who writer we've had in decades. So how about you come back and just do that? He's millions of pounds, and you're fired from all the other shows, so you don't have a time constraint thing now.
I got a question.
Yes.
They got nothing to do with Doctor Who, but you brought up something. You brought up the black guy playing Doctor Who. What black actor would you like to see play Batman?
I couldn't think of any.
Denzel's probably too old now, isn't he?
Denzel's too old now, but he would have been a great Batman.
Yeah, he would have.
I think maybe, what was his name? Eldridge Elba, whatever his fucking name is. Maybe him. Michael B. Jordan, in my opinion, is a new, younger actor that can play Batman. You know who Michael B. Jordan is, right?
I don't think so. I might and just not realize.
Have you seen the new Apollo movies, the Creed movies?
No.
No.
Oh my God!
I live under a giant boulder. Rock is an understatement.
If it's not sci-fi, I really don't bother watching it. Even
I hate your nerdy fucking punk ass.
I don't care half the time now anyway. I'd rather just watch Babylon 5 again, to be quite honest. At least I know I like that fucking show.
You need to watch stuff beyond. Expand your mind, bitch.
Why? Well, I've got 120 episodes, 3 or 4 movies, plus a whole bunch of fucking mini movies and other things. It's like I could just watch that shit on a... just cycles over. It's fucking great. And there's Babylon 5 Crusade, but they only did 1 season of that, sadly.
Have you? Since you like sci-fi, you really need to watch The Expanse. You really do.
Yeah.
I've been watching The Expanse. I like it.
I love it.
Sort of sci-fi doesn't.
You just like disagreeing with everything I say.
No, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying it doesn't fucking float my boat.
I'm going to kill you.
it's about humans in our solar system, and I find that incredibly boring because we're about to do that for realsies. I just find that boring. It's like,
Okay,
in our
what's
solar
the
system
Wheel of
floating
Time? Have
around.
you seen the Wheel of Time yet?
No.
It's a good show. It's a Prime original too.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely not going to be seeing that anytime soon.
You don't have Prime, do you?
I don't have any of that shit. I don't have Netflix or any of it.
Well, Netflix is starting to suck. And the thing, well, I've talked about this last night, I think, but it pisses me off because Netflix will get you really interested in an original series and then just abruptly into fucking shit.
Yeah.
That
It
is
makes
really
you so
fun.
mad.
Yeah, I don't like when good shows end.
Well,
Yeah,
at least
especially when they don't
Batwoman.
when they don't end it right. You know what I'm saying? When they
And
don't
they end it fast. Like you
Yeah.
get short runs out of good shows, and then these long ass runs out of shows I can't stand.
But are they leaving with a cliffhanger or some shit? Like what the
Or
fuck?
they do what they did with Battlestar Galactica, and that's basically you go real strong on production, and it looks like you're going to get the full run to tell the full story, and then the production company or whatever decide, we're going to cut you short 2 seasons, so you've got to then condense 3 seasons worth of storyline into a single thing, and you end up making Starbucks some magical fucking angel or some fucking shit.
Well,
Fucking what in the fuck? What the fuck was the ending of that fucking Battlestar? It's like, what the fuck happened? What
Hey,
was Starbuck alive? Dead? Was she an angel? Was she a ghost? What the fuck?
Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt, but about halfway through this, I started just getting panicky, and it's in a full-fledged panic attack, and I just can't focus. I can't concentrate. I apologize. So,
You're all right, buddy.
No, don't
sweat it.
apologize. Take
Hope
care of
you feel
yourself.
better soon. You go and relax, all right, mate?
Yeah.
all right, thanks. Y'all have a good
Back
night.
soon.
you too, buddy.
Love
All
you,
right,
man.
mate.
Thanks.
It's all right, mate.
Aw.
Oh, shit.
See what you
I
did
want
to
you
him
to
right
give me a
now.
hug.
Oh, I hope I didn't
feel
fucking
bad.
cause that, dude.
You
Seriously.
did.
No, I probably did being all hyper. I have a weird.
Raisin
No.
did. Everybody did it but me.
I hope
Yeah.
he's all right.
Yeah,
He's a
me too.
really-
Yeah.
I'm glad he's able to say it.
Yeah.
I have panic attacks too, so I completely get it.
I know.
Mad respect for him to be able to say that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, look, I've got nothing but a lot of fucking time for that man. He's a really, really nice guy. He's
Yeah, I like him a lot.
incredibly
He's not
open
as
and
nice
willing
as
to
me,
have
though.
discussions with people about just about anything. He's incredibly civil, polite, and just a
Okay.
really lovely human being who's also
Yes.
done a lot of work on himself, and it shows. I just want to say he's looking freaking great.
Yeah, he does look. I was thinking
And
that
so
earlier.
I hope he feels better real soon.
I'm still nicer.
I don't know.
I don't
about
think
that.
so.
He's actually really nice. And
Woman,
he's
you
not-
said
and he
I'm not
doesn't-
actually nice?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You send me dick pics and you're rude to me and
But you've been disobedient lately.
just been an argumentative cunt.
You've been disobedient. I've noticed you've been nicer to other people than you are to me, and it really hurts my feelings.
That's why we love Red Eye so much.
You shut up, bitch.
Yeah,
Oh, by the way, somebody told me today, you may actually offend her, and she just doesn't tell you when you call her. I said, no, she doesn't.
for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Guys,
like-
we've covered this before. I'm not.
And
that-
by the way, folks, if you don't know, which you don't know, right? I have went to Raisin. It's like I used to go to Missy. Are you okay with me saying this? Are you okay with me saying that? I know my limitations with because and also Raisin gets this is a comedy show.
Yeah, it's. I've known you for what, almost 7
And
years
she
now.
wants my dick.
I have a thing for gummy worms.
Me too.
I should hope so.
Ew, that's gross.
Dude, I seen a dude on TikTok the other day make a mayonnaise gummy bear.
Ew.
Giant mayonnaise gummy bear.
What? How? What?
No.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. No.
You need to send that to Hannibal.
And he ate it.
Ew.
This is why TikTok should be destroyed.
No, it's
Yes.
great.
No.
By the way, I'm only 1,500 away from reaching my 100,000 follower goal. Thanks to anybody in the chat room who's following me on TikTok for that, helping out and everything. Appreciate it. Also, if you're interested, if you're not interested, let's go. But if you're interested, I have been going live every day on TikTok and having some hell of audiences too, like 200 or 300 people at a time watching and shit. So, yeah, it's been fun.
Good shit.
And getting up, and I'm really excited because they're starting to do things like Red Eye talked about. Red Eye's like he might not like, he may think he don't like something, but he also can see potential and stuff and whatever. Like he talked a while back, like he can see the progress, how it's growing slowly, how it's doing it, and it seems like it's doing it the right way, step by step, kind of like YouTube did.
Dude, they're fucking growing. You're getting exponential growth.
Yeah.
Even Shabisky's getting a decent amount of fucking.
He's starting to grow. He is starting to grow, and I'm proud of him.
I'll knock the shit out of the platform, but that's just my personal opinion. And I hate just about fucking everything because I'm old and cranky. It's just
when you bitch about stuff, I don't really listen because you bitch about everything.
No, why would you? Holy shit! If you take
he
seriously,
he bitches about children laughing.
Yeah. Annoying little bastards upstairs the other day. Someone had fucking kids. I heard them laugh. It's like, shut that fucking kid up.
But I'll just say, you did just say something.
Hearing happiness. Shut up.
But you did just say something that I'm very proud of. I am growing very fast on there, and it's like it lit a fire under my ass like YouTube did back in the day.
Yep.
And I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I'm actually getting to do something I like to do. It's just do comedy and write jokes. I'm writing jokes again. Like I'll see something and I'll write a joke, and it's I'm really excited about it. And I'm almost at 100,000 followers, and that's nothing to sneeze at. And so I'm excited about it. And and like you said, Shabisky's growing over there. He's got like, I think pushing 2,000 now. Way under me, of course. But,
Listen, here's the deal. I'll come and moderate over on TikTok if you can back a truck up to my house that's got like a Disney amount of money.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that they are like you said, talking about growing media. Yeah. And I understand why some people don't want to get it. That's fine. But like me, like they're going to start that advertising thing, and they're going to be splitting it 50-50 with the user, which is pretty cool. So yeah, money.
Ooh.
And money's good. But yeah, I'm excited about it. I enjoy it, and we definitely hope because it starts to feel better. August. We hope John Morgan gets sick.
Meanie.
Wow.
What?
Oh, I'd also like to thank Microsoft for their latest update. Whatever it's done, it's kind of broken my PC a little bit, and I can no longer monitor my GPU temperature. So thanks a fucking lot, Microsoft. You and that pack of assholes.
Yep, Windows 11. I can't use my wireless earbuds with my laptop now. Not any set of them. Two different sets.
Windows 10, and it still did it. So I was like, for fuck's sake, guys, stop breaking shit. It's like, what other company do you know that releases an update to fix things and they break a whole bunch of shit?
Apple, Windows.
Apple's well, here's the thing. Apple's hasn't got the history of building operating systems off the corpse of their last operating system, which was built off an original operating system that generated errors. So that's how the scammers fucking get people with that fucking error report shit.
Windows hasn't been good since XP.
Windows 7 was fucking pretty decent, and Windows 10 is getting to a state where if you fuck with it, you can get it sort of like Windows 7 and turn a bunch of like Cortana, fucking lobotomized. I've never fucking used it. It's like, fuck you.
Windows Millennial was the worst.
No. Windows Vista.
Yeah, Vista was worse. Yeah, Vista was pretty bad.
Windows Vista.
Yeah, Vista was pretty bad. XP was good.
XP was great, and if Microsoft had a brain, what they should have worked out was
They just expanded on that.
Well, hey, Microsoft, I like Windows 10, and apparently it's going to be no good in a few years. Well, my computer will probably be running for another 10 years. How about you charge $50 a year and you keep the thing secure? Yeah, you don't have to keep adding features to it. You just have to make sure that there's no nasties, and you're not very good at that. So we'll let third-party companies do it. Yeah, why not? I'd pay you a little bit of money each year to keep using Windows 10. I'm not buying fucking Windows 11, and whatever Windows 12 will be, I'm hoping that I can go to the Steam OS by then and say, fuck off, Microsoft forever.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Or buy a console because they'll be so powerful by then I won't give a shit.
I would suck Hillary Duff's liver out through her asshole. I'm just saying.
Ew, butt lover.
Why would you do that? That's not going to be good for you or her.
Because I'm looking at her layout here on Twitter. And she's half naked and she's, god damn it.
Her layout.
Her layout.
Wow.
Is that what you call a vagina?
I like vaginas.
I'm just checking the layout.
No, she did this photo shoot thing for Women's Health magazine. And she's
you're
pretty
perving
much
on it.
I'm
So
perving on it.
You're not out there discussing women's health issues. You're just like,
Oh, I don't give a fuck about their health.
I'd like to eat this woman's ass and maybe eat her liver out through her ass. Yeah.
Well, I'm helping her health.
Not by eating her liver, by removing it.
Racing girl, what color is your toenails painted right now?
Nada.
They say if you paint your toenails white, what that means, right?
What?
They say white toenails equals good pussy.
Oh,
That's the new thing.
cool.
How
Are
do
you
you
painting
know
your
that?
toenails white?
Yeah.
That's
How
what
do
they
you know
say.
that?
Because that's what all these girls are doing these days. It's the sign to say they have good pussy.
That's what you've been doing down at the truck stop to attract new customers.
Mm-hmm.
Wearing some like platform stilettos with open toe, showing
You'll
off
do.
the nice shiny toenails, freshly painted.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
You dirty whore.
I am a dirty whore.
Jesus Christ, can't take you anywhere.
You can take me anywhere.
Yeah, so this is
Anyways.
just a friendly reminder, if you're a helicopter pilot and you're anywhere near Russia, or you definitely don't want to stray into Ukrainian fucking airspace today. They're having a real fucking bad day at the office. Real bad day. And it seems that if you're driving a tank, you could just be cruising in your tank and just some random dude with a drone that's got a couple of grenades to it will ruin your fucking day.
By the way, Thursday low energy is going to be here.
Yeah?
Yeah, and Friday the return of a certain female who I happen to piss off sometimes. Janie will be back.
Are you going to be mean to Janie?
Probably not.
Don't you dare. She's accused. Leave her alone.
But I piss her off even when I don't want to.
No, you leave her alone.
You are kind of naturally good at it seems. I'm
good at it, but I made sure I booked her for Friday night instead of Thursday night because we don't want her and John Morgan together.
Yeah, that was a bad deal.
That was a bad deal. She doesn't like John so well.
That would be not considerate of your guests to put them.
Well, see, because I was originally going to ask you to come on Thursday, then I thought, oh, wait a minute, let me ask Low Energy to come on Thursday.
Right on.
I was trying to bring on some people that hadn't been on here much. I mean, they hadn't been on in a while lately, so that's the reason I brought Kazoom on tonight and bringing Low Energy. But yeah,
I like when Kazoom's on.
You should reach out and see what Frank's up to.
Man, fuck Frank. No,
you haven't seen Frank in a while.
I see Frank all the time.
Yeah, I've popped
Two Guns would be cool to have back too.
You know how I see Frank because he's on TikTok all the time now. Everybody's on TikTok.
You could try to get 2 Guns for Friday too.
Last 2 times the last 2 girls come on, he turned me down, so nope, fuck him.
What about Mrs. Parker? You haven't had her on for a while.
Fuck her too.
We know you want to, but could she come hang out with
Fuck
us?
everybody.
Yeah.
I only allow black men to come on my show, not black women.
Wow.
Liar.
All right. I need to get Black Guy TV to come on and beat you up.
I said black men.
Oh.
Ooh, somebody. Ooh.
Oh, he's throwing shade. All right.
Ooh.
He's gonna hear
Clip,
about
clip,
that.
clip.
I'll make sure of it. Dear Black Guy TV, Pimp is throwing massive amounts of shade at you. Dark shit.
He knows.
I didn't do it.
They all know that I'm fucking joking around. I hope anyway.
I think so.
Beat you
I would
up,
hope
dude.
so.
He will beat you up.
Well, I wouldn't be the first person to beat me up.
Then Monty will come along and beat you up as well. Being rude.
I wouldn't be the first time a woman beat me up either.
Whoa. Dear Monty, you should hear the horrible things that Pimp is saying about you. Wow.
No, Wild Heart. I don't even know who you are, but we're about to end it anyway a little early, so no, I can't bring you. I don't even know who you are though.
Join link.
I don't send strange folks join links.
Are they going to come and yell at us?
Probably.
Stuff. Like, why are you letting that British
Exciting.
guy on your show, Pimp?
British.
But we are about to end it though, anyways, because Red Eye's getting on my nerves.
You don't
Excellent.
love us anymore.
I don't. I never did really.
I knew it.
Just remember, if Disney size amounts of money, and I'll come and hang out on TikTok.
I hear you. Now I'm gonna cut this air conditioner on. I'm fucking sweating over here. And the air conditioner makes way tired of too much noise for YouTube. So
What about your fan?
no. Okay, no worries. Thanks. We spoke in chat before this. Now I wasn't being mean, but fuck off.
He's always.
Oh, see, can't take you anywhere. He didn't mean that. He's just being a gadoosh.
Yeah, hang around. No one to say that it won't happen eventually.
Yeah, we'll bring somebody else sometime. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you. I do anyway. Red Eye don't. And we'll see you later.
Later.